If y'all love Brussels sprouts and apples and bacon and dried cranberries and pecans, y'all just stay tuned because I'm fixing to show you how to make a very, very delicious, scrumptious, yummy, delicious side dish for your holiday table. All right, y'all. Brussels sprouts. Do y'all love Brussels sprouts? I did not love Brussels sprouts. I did not like Brussels sprouts until one day this light bulb went off in my head and I thought, I might can make Brussels sprouts where I like them because they are so good for you. Now these came from Aldi's and I always read on the package and this says microwavable bag. And it says they're rinsed and washed and ready to go. Well, when I do fresh Brussels sprouts or any other thing that says it's washed and ready to go, I usually rewash it. And especially with Brussels sprouts, I clean them. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So we're going to do this is another holiday side that you can use that is absolutely delicious. And it doesn't take very long. When I do Brussels sprouts, I try to clean mine, especially the fresh ones. Now, if they're frozen, no, that's another video. But I will take these dark green leaves off like this because I find they're a little tough. And then I will cut just a little bit of that bottom off because you see it's just colored. And then these I am going to cut in half. Now that is the smaller ones. All right, I take that little end off. Now the small ones like this, those leaves are not as tough as they are on the big ones. So sometimes you don't even have to remove the lid. Now you see this big one? Look at it. See how it's wilted? I would not want to cook that and put it on the table because it doesn't look good. And so that's the reason I always, when it says ready to use, I always rewash them and clean them myself. So, or that's what I call cleaning them. I don't know what y'all call it, but anyway. All right, now this, you see how dark that is? I don't like that. I don't want that on my table. So I cut that off. All right. And
what you got a flannel shirt on for?
See, because it's chilly outside. You see that one? I don't want to cook that. So, it's going to take a little bit more cleaning this one because it had already turned dark. The outer leaves had. Now, my chickens are going to get all these scraps, so they are not going to waste, y'all. I'm just recycling.
We try not to throw anything away.
No, we don't, because either our chickens or our ducks will eat it. Now, I'm having to clean this one pretty good because it was...
Guess who bats cleanup at the table? On the third day, Grandmama turns the leftovers over to me. She says, clean them up, Roy. So I bat cleanup.
Now, if y'all don't want to do this, if y'all just want to do them in your bag, then that's fine. That's up to you. It's your kitchen. You do it the way you want to do it. But me, I like to clean mine. So, and we are doing an apple and a Brussels sprout dish with bacon today. Now, y'all, I apologize. I'm going to apologize in advance. I always have 3 or 4 packs of bacon in my freezer. Well, guess what? I went to my freezer this morning to get my bacon, and I've used it all. But I do have real bacon bits. I don't like to use these, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video on so I could show y'all how delicious it is. Brussels sprouts can
Are you going to put any pecan pantry pecans on this?
I am going to put some pecan
I love
pantry.
that.
But anyway, all right. Now, I just took my apple and I halved it and I quartered it. And these are big apples, so I'm cutting them in I cut them in half, then I quartered them, and now I'm just, oh, wrong bowl. I've got water with lemon in it right here. So I'm just cutting, and I'll show you how I'm going to cook.
That's just to keep the apples from turning, the lemon juice in it.
Okay, that's about how I like to cut them. I don't want big old slices. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish cutting my apples. I'm going to finish cleaning my Brussels sprouts. And then I'm going to wash my Brussels sprouts. And then we'll be back, and I'm going to show you how delicious Brussels sprouts can be. All right, I have got my burner. I've got my cast iron skillet here. And I've got my burner set on number 7, which is medium high. And over here, I have a nonstick skillet. A lot of y'all want to know about my skillet. This is a Member's Mark. Now, it is not coated. It is all the way through. I found this at an antique market. It is by Member's Mark, and it's hard, anodized, non-stick, and you hand wash on it. And I love this. I have used it a lot. So my burner is on medium high, and because I do not have bacon, I'm going to kind of braise and roast these Brussels sprouts a little bit. That's about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease, because I did not have bacon, so I'm using bacon grease. Now,
which is good anytime.
Which is good anytime. Now, I have washed my Brussels sprouts. That crackling you hear is from the water, okay? I'm going to pepper. I'm going to salt. I'm going to put some, this is a half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. That's a 1/4 teaspoon measure. All right. I'm going to stir these around, get all the seasonings on them. Now, remember, my burner over here is on low, and I'm fixing to turn it up to 6, which is like medium high. Now, I'm not going to cover these. I'm just going to let them kind of braise. I didn't want to do it in the oven, so I'm doing it on top of the stove. That way I don't have to heat up my oven. And if I've got something else in the oven, I'm not using my oven space. So now we're going to cook our apples in this dish. So I'm going to put about 1/4 of a stick or 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter in my dish over here. Now I've got my apples. Now we're using I'm going to sweeten my apples, but I'm going to sweeten them with monk fruit. Here, you can use brown sugar if you want to. If you're not trying to watch your carbs or you're not trying to watch your sugars, then just use brown sugar in this dish. When I first came up with this dish, I did use brown sugar. But since I've had to come off sugar and gluten, then I have made it with no sugar and no gluten. Well, there's no gluten in it anyway. All right. Now this was 3 kind of large apples, and that was 1 16-ounce bag of Brussels sprouts. And it's going to take this many apples because they're going to kind of cook down. Okay.
But this is a great holiday or fall dish.
This is a wonderful. Now I'm going to put a little bit of salt because I just love a little salt in this dish. Even though there's some in the Brussels sprouts, and I keep them stirred. You see they're already beginning to caramelize some, so I'm going to turn them down to like 4. Okay, that bacon grease is really doing its job, because that's what you want right there. You want them to kind of be caramelized. Okay. All right. But I am going to cover them for about 4 or 5 minutes because I do want them to get tender. I want them to be done when we put them in our apples, because our apples are going to be done and I want my Brussels sprouts to be done. So, all right, that was about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter, whatever you want to put in yours, a little salt. Now, this is golden monk fruit. I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of golden monk fruit over my apples.
And it's really to sweeten the greens.
The Brussels sprouts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Plus your apples too, because I just want a little sweetness. I just wanted a little sweetness in it. Now we are not going to put our bacon or our real bacon bits into the very end, in our dish until the very end. And I would not do that. I mean, I would do the same thing if I had real bacon. So when I'm using this today, it's just like I would be using my real bacon. Because if you put bacon, if you've already got it crispy and you cook it till it's crisp. Now, I do mine in the air fryer. And I've shown y'all before how I do that. So, but you don't want it to get soft. So I always, after I mix my Brussels sprouts and my apples, then I will put my pecans and my bacon over that. So, all right. Our Brussels sprouts are cooking. Now, it's not going to take them but 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, it's going to take our apples about the same amount of time. Now remember, I turned it down to 4. I'm going to turn it on down to 3 because they are caramelized already. And now I just want them to get tender. Okay, our apples have started cooking. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to put a little spice in this or not. I may or I may not. I hadn't decided, but I will by the time I get through. So, I don't think I usually put any kind of spice in them.
But it's good.
But you can. Yeah, we love spice on lots of stuff. But, all right, I'm just going to let these cook. I'm going to let my Brussels sprouts finish cooking. And we'll be back. Our apples, you see, they're kind of like fried apples. I've let them caramelize a little bit. No water now. And I did decide I'm going to put like 1/8 of a teaspoon of my autumn spice blend. That's not enough to taste, but it's enough to just give it a little extra. Yeah, just a little hint. Okay? Now, look at our Brussels sprouts. Look how beautiful and green they still are. Okay. Now, if your Brussels sprouts, if you see they're getting a little too brown, then you can add like a tablespoon of water to them and let them steam a little bit. That's what I did. I added 1 tablespoon of water because they were getting a little bit more caramelized than what I wanted. And I did, these are fresh, so they didn't have water in them. If you use some frozen ones, you won't need water at all. And you do frozen just like this. So, I want y'all to look at that.
You thaw them first.
Huh?
You thaw the frozen one first.
No.
Don't?
No, you can put them in there frozen.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Y'all look at that beautiful dish.
Isn't that beautiful?
Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving side dish. All right. But we're not through with it.
You can kick it up a notch or 2 more, can't you?
You can, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put it in my beautiful plate here, because if you have something that's really, really good, you want your presentation to really be pretty. And my sister brought this to me, and I use it whenever I can. And isn't it the perfect dish to use during your holidays? I just love it. She knows what I like. That's my baby sister.
You're the oldest, aren't you, darling?
I'm the oldest girl. I had 2 older brothers. One of my brothers has passed away, and so I have an older brother and a younger sister. All right. Now we're going to dress this up just a little bit. Y'all, this is absolutely scrumptious. This is so good. I'm trying to get some of that green. Make it pretty. All right.
That's pretty.
This is bacon. Now, it's better with what I call real bacon, but I'm just going to sprinkle some of my bacon bits.
You have to use the bacon you got.
I have to use what I got, what I have. And I would use about 4 or 5 slices of bacon. I would put more real bacon than what I'm putting bacon bits. Now, I have taken my pecan pantry pecans. Y'all know I use these all the time, It's a company out of Mansfield, Louisiana. Family-owned business, been in business 3 generations. The link will be in my description box with the recipe to this. And if you use my code, you get 5% off, and shipping is free in the United States. So I have roasted in the air fryer. Now these pecans are better if you roast them. So I roasted them in the air fryer. Now this is a very, very healthy dish. Okay? Put as many or as little as you want. Now, this is up to you. I'm doing it for color, for presentation, and because I love
Oh, she loves cranberries like she loves cheese and pineapple.
All right, this is dried cranberries, y'all. Now you get the 50% less sugar if you're gonna buy dried cranberries. So I'm just sprinkling. Now, this is only like a tablespoon, maybe, but you can put as many as you want in it. But I'm doing this for presentation.
For a little more color.
And because I love them. That's right. Okay. But you leave them off because this is a low carb dish. Even though it's got fruit in it, even though it's got apples, it is a lot lower carb than some of your other things that you're going to have on your holiday table. I can assure you. Okay, y'all. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Wouldn't you love that sitting on your holiday table?
I'd love it sitting on my table today.
Well,
and it ain't a holiday.
It's going to be sitting on your table today, honey. So we're going to give y'all a taste test in just a minute.
Wow. Isn't that gorgeous?
Okay, y'all, it's time for a taste test.
My favorite time of cooking is the tasting.
Roy loves this part. Loves this part. Now, if you're serving a big family, you may want to double this.
I never liked
But it would be...
Brussels sprouts until she created this dish.
Oh, I know. It's very simple, very easy to double it.
It's
All right,
very
baby.
simple to half it too if you put it on the table.
Oh yeah, very. Yeah, you can half it also. If you're doing for just 1 or 2 people, just do
I
half.
just mean eat
I know
half
what,
of
I
it.
know what you mean. All right,
Okay.
baby. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
Brilliant.
Mmm. Do put that little 8th teaspoon of my autumn spice blend in it, or cinnamon, whatever you have. Mmm. It doesn't taste spicy, but it's a little hint in there you're trying to figure out, what is that I'm tasting? What is that flavoring?
That is good. That is good. Y'all,
I had never liked Brussels sprouts. They were always bitter to me. But like this,
And those pecan pantry pecans.
So good. Now, you cook your Brussels sprouts ever how you like them. If you want them mushy, cook them mushy. If you want them al dente, Roy and I like ours not crunchy, but al dente. So that's the way I cook mine. So the length of time that you cook them is how done you want them.
I like them al dente way too.
He is so crazy, y'all. He is so crazy.
I was born on a real hot August morning at home.
All right, y'all. Try, if you love Brussels sprouts, even if you don't like
You don't
Brussels
like them.
sprouts,
This is what find that you'll like them.
try this. All right.
They just need married to those apples.
So good. Food feeds the family. Family
great.
feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back on your holiday table. We'll catch y'all next time.